So today I was inspired by Madison. Madison was working on some button clusters and she was using all kinds of scraps from the scrap pile. I am sure we're not the only ones that have all kinds of scraps just sitting around, and even smaller ones. I've got some really small packs. These actually came about when we cut the sheets for ATCs. There's always a little bit left over, and as you can see, we've got quite a few ATCs, and it's really a big problem because you hate to throw these little tiles away, right? These little rectangles, but there's more to that than that. We've got those. Look, I mean, when I say we've got piles of these, I mean we've got piles and piles and piles. I mean, I could go on. There's yeah. There's just tons of all these little scraps left over from cutting our ATCs. So I was looking at this and thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I do? Because I would like to use some of these up. So if you are like me, if you are getting inundated by some scraps that you're kind of hoarding and wondering what to do, then let's craft along together, because here's what I had in mind. Let me put some of these out of the way. We are going to be making some cute little whale tail tab page holders, so they can be used as bookmarks or as tabs. If you are not familiar, actually let me show you one that is not pulled apart. This one's mine, so it's been pulled apart. If you're not familiar with our whale tail tab die set, it's really amazing. I'll show you this one, which is new, because mine, as I mentioned, is all dismantled. It comes in this great reusable pouch, but here's what's so special about it. You're going to get 3 of the jumbo whale tails, you're going to get 3 of the medium, and then you're going to get 3 small ones. So you're getting multiple whale tails in here, plus you're getting different sizes, which of course, if you have a punch or anything like that, that is not something that you could reproduce with your punch. Now, in addition to that, because that is probably the most sought out punch out there, but in addition to that, you're also getting the, what I like to call the Timmy eyelet reinforcers, the hole reinforcers. These are the ones from the vintage tags that Tim Holtz usually uses at the top of his tags. So in this set, you're also going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 different sets of those, and some have the holes already in them and some do not, in case you wish to punch something different or for ease of placement. And we can do some projects with those later on to kind of show you how those work, but today I'm going to focus on the whale tail. So let me show you what I have in mind and see if it's going to work out. It might not. So some of these I've kept together, some I pulled apart, and I usually like to keep some of the ones here in the pouch, just because when I'm doing something and I want to size it, right? Like if I'm going to be working with a specific tag, I want to see just how that's going to look. So I use it almost like a reference to see which size I want to use. So these are just cutouts that I am not going to be using, and we can put those in there because I'm pretty sure we're going to be using the large one, okay? And I'm going to put away the small ones and the medium ones too. We're going to be focusing on the large tabs because in our reinforcers, because looking at these little scraps of paper, let's just pick a stack here. It doesn't matter which stack. Let's go with this one. Okay, so looking at these scraps of paper, I think, again, bringing back one of my samples here to use as a sizing, I think, see, placement-wise, that's going to be our best fit. It kind of almost fits on there perfectly. So I think that's what we're going to be, we're going to be using the large one. Then I don't have to trim those at all. They're already cut, and I can use them as they are. Now, if they are on the thinner side, like this is just really thin paper, then we'll probably use, again, just more scraps. Look, there's plenty of scraps in here. Some really pretty ones from failed projects. But again, we could still use some of that. You know, and then just some regular, maybe even some solids, because some of these are pretty busy already. Maybe we could just, you know, use something to reinforce them. But we should have, I think we have enough that are pretty, you know, thick. And so we could use those first if we want to, unless we fall in love with something specific, and then we can just reinforce it with another piece of scrap. So break out the scraps, break out your whale tail die set. If you do not have one, I will have links down below. I'm also thinking about using some of my tickets here. So I usually keep my tickets in our zipper bags because, and again, I'll leave a link for these down below because we have them in this size, which are great for ephemera because they actually come with the binder holes. So you could just put them inside of a binder if you wanted to, or they stack really nicely, but they hold a lot. We have this size, and we also have the 13 by 14, which will fit entire paperline collections. So your 12 by 12s, stickers, flowers, all of it can go into one bag. Die cuts. And we're going to use, I think, some of these. So I'm going to go through these and find some sizes that I think are going to work. Most of these are digitals. I have some other packs that I've thrown in here as well. But I'm thinking, and I think most of these are probably Tracy Fox's digitals because I love her stuff. But yeah, see, there's some like 49 and Market in here as well. So I kind of thrown a little bit of everything. Oh, here's even some cool like number packs. We have a lot of ephemera books, little books in the store. These would have been perfect too. Look at that. They're almost a perfect size, huh? So if you don't have scraps that size, you can always use one of our ephemera books as well. But anywho, I'm going to go through that, and I'm going to go and die cut some of these, and then we will be, that's it. We'll get started on putting it together. It's going to be that simple. So all you're going to need is going to be those elements or something similar to get started. Okay, so I've got some of the large whale tails cut out from these scrap pieces of paper. Now, since when I was done cutting the large ones, I still had some room here on the side. Waste not, want not. So I just did some smaller ones, some medium ones, and some smaller ones, which now I can keep in there for when I need them. And I also did some hole reinforcers. Again, if I ever need them, they're there. And okay, so now we're done with die cutting. We've got our whale tails. I've also selected some of the labels that I think are going to fit just fine. And then I picked some random colors from the little stacks that we have. And I try to do, you know, a mix. So I did some like reds and some pinks and some brighter colors, some darker ones, some with, this one's really pretty. It's got glitter on there, and you know, just some more neutrals. So I just picked some random ones. Some of them I think are going to be okay, but you know, I thought about it. Some of them are thinner paper, like copy type of paper, and so what I think we're going to do is just reinforce them all, because you know what, why not? And then I thought maybe we can magnetize them. They don't need to be, but I think magnetizing would be awesome, because if they're bookmarks, then they can really hang on there, right? Or tabs, removable tabs. So I'm thinking that I'm going to use, I have a whole bunch of like little black scraps in here. Yeah, I think that'll be a neutral base. So again, but you use what you have, and it just so happened that a lot of these were in sets of 2, but you could also mix and match them, right? These, by the way, are, let's see, how big are these? These are 1/2 inch what? No, an inch and a half, sorry. An inch and a half by 2.5. Okay, little rectangles. So I'm gonna cut some of those to that width. Oh, some of these are kind of skinny. That's just perfect. Yeah. Oh, these might even, look at that. I don't even have to cut anything. I could just fold that right in half, couldn't I? And that might actually give us a good gauge for what size to use. Would that work? Wait. Let's take a look. We might have to go bigger. Let's take a look. If I did that, okay, we'll pretend that one's on the back. And then this can come this way. And then our label. Oh, that works. I think that's it. So look at that. Just as a coincidence, we happen to have the right size. So I'm going to go cut some more of these scraps to the size of 1.75 inches by 5, well, this one's 5 3/8, so thereabouts. 5.5 would be okay too. This just happened to be the size that I had. So again, 5.5 or 5 3/8 by 1 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to go cut those, and then I think we'll have all of our pieces ready to assemble. Okay, so since I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I cut 10. And again, approximate. I didn't even really, wasn't precise. Again, they're just scraps. I cut them to that size, and I think that's going to be perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is, so this is awesome. We've got scraps, scraps, and scraps. And now what we're going to do is going to be to distress all of our pieces. Obviously not this, we don't need to distress that, but we'll distress these. And then in the next step, we will get to adhering. So this is a bit of a different format for me, in case you haven't realized. I'm sure you have. I usually do my recordings and then I do a voiceover, but it has been a really busy week, and so I know it's been a little bit since I put out a video, and I felt that if I had to do all of the editing for you guys, and if I had to, you know, do a whole lot of production, it was just going to take me that much longer, and I really just wanted to bring out a super quick project. Obviously I'm making 10 different ones, so it's gonna, you know, take a little longer, but if you just wanted to do one or two, a couple of these, then it would be that much faster. And usually what takes the longest is the distressing, right? But I do think that projects look so much better this way. But I would love to hear your feedback, guys. Tell me, it's a different format. Do you enjoy this format? Is this okay? Or do you rather have the videos where it's more like step 1, you know, do this, step 2, more of that formal tutorial, so to speak, versus more of this, I don't know, one-on-one interaction, but without speeding through a whole lot of the video. Actually, I am gonna speed through this part because you don't need to see me distress all this, but you guys know all I'm going to do is distress these pieces, distress those, and distress those as well. Maybe not all, because there's a lot in there, and we only need 10, so maybe I'll just pick like 10, and then and then I will be back with the next step. How's that? But again, if you are new to the channel, or if you know, you'd love to leave us some feedback on this, I would love to hear from you guys. It's a bit of a different format. Oh, some of these are double-sided. So we have choices. I'll take a look and see. I like this one. This is actually a this is, I can recognize it's from a Tim Holtz paper line. which has the aviation page, and I love those colors. It's almost like a blueprint, right? Oh, speaking of which, at the time that you're watching this video, which is what, May of 2023? Yeah, we are going to have some new Tim Holtz fabric in the store, and that should be here, I think, this week. I saw the shipping information on it, the tracking. So I know it's on its way. It might actually be already here, because I was in classes all last week. I was in workshops, amazing workshops. I can't wait to share all of that stuff with you guys, and bring you, new classes. So there's going to be a lot of great stuff coming your way. You guys, I hope you're ready for some amazing workshops and some great classes. That is, but yeah, I saw the tracking information. I don't know if it's already come in actually. I've been so busy that I haven't even looked at anything that's come in. But the new Tim Holtz 23 releases are here. And boy, are they pretty. So I can't wait to bring those to you guys. Not only list them in the store, or in the stores, because I might, well, I don't know if I'm going to list it on both stores. I might just list it on the one. And also to show it to you guys live during our live sales. So that's going to be exciting. Again, if you are new to the channel, and you're wondering what I am referencing to, we do live sales just about every week. And we come live, we show you products and all that good stuff, and you can actually purchase live and chat live, and it's a lot of fun. We do all kinds of games and giveaways, and yeah, we just have a really good time. We hang out and show and look at amazing new products from all around the world. But also, we have two stores online. We have the .com, which is spectrumartcreations.com, and we also have an Etsy store. And sometimes we put, well, not sometimes, a lot of times we list different items in each of the stores. So, you want to check out both. I hope you will. So on these, I'm making sure that as I also fold them over, that I am distressing. So actually, I'm going to take a quick pause right there and fold all of these. And it's super easy to fold these. You simply just line up that bottom. It lines up perfectly. And then you just crease it, right? But yes, so we have two online stores. We have the spectrumartcreations.com, and then we have an Etsy store, which is also the same name. 3 words, Spectrum Art Creations, and we list different products in both stores. So it's nice to be able to kind of have two stores to peruse around and see, what is in them. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to distress, I'm going to burnish, and then of course I'm going to also burnish these in and fold them in half and then burnish them down. Okay, and then I'll be back. Okay, so with everything distressed now, this is very, very simple. And I actually found these two little panels so cute because they have text, and I thought, wouldn't this be a great project to do with book pages as well, like scraps of book pages? I think that'd be great. But we're gonna use magnets on these. Again, not necessary, you don't have to, but if you have them, I think it just adds a little something. And I'm gonna obviously need 2 of them. These come with a positive and negative on them, which is neat. These are by Basic Gray. We have these and many other different ones in the store as well, because I love magnets, and depending on what project I'm working with, we also have Tonic. We have the Nellie's Choice, which are the little tiny ones. We've got bigger ones. You just, you never know what magnet you need or how strong you need for it to be. But these have the little adhesive bit on the back, and they tell you positive and negative, but we don't really need that because we're gonna, let them self-attract anyway. So I don't want to get too close to the edge. I want to come a little bit in. It will not matter really, like I am not measuring, as you can see. I am not, I'm just kind of eyeballing it and putting it down because this is going to be hidden by the panel and then probably partially also by the whale tail. So it'll have 2 layers. We're not putting anything on the inside again because we don't want anything snagging, right, on the pages. And all we're going to do is flip it over. And even if I didn't have the plus or minus, it will not matter because I'm going to let them self-attract. So all I'm going to do is drop that. See that in place? But before I do that, and again, if you're just adding glue to yours, you would just add a little bit of glue on the side that attracts. And again, I'm just going to drop it and I'm going to let it do its thing. And now it is magnetic. Then we're going to bring our adhesive and we're going to add just some glue here to the back. Making sure my text is right side up. I mean, we're going to cover most of this. The most important thing is to line it up here. Up here, we're really not going to see much. So kind of, again, doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure it is at least straight. All right, we're gluing that on that side. See, we can't see the magnet now. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, again, because I am using something with text. If it was polka dots or some kind of a pattern paper, that would not matter so much. But since I'm going to be putting this in a book page this way, I want to make sure this is also right side up. And again, more important that I line up this here than the back. And you can mix and match them, obviously, like we had talked about. The same thing with the labels, or whatever stickers you're going to be using, because we have some really pretty, vellum too in little rectangles in the store. So I think that would be also awesome to use. Then all we're doing is we're bringing this back. Oh, sorry. Let me make sure. Yes. Okay. We're going to just adhere the bottom half of one of the whale tail sides. Don't mind my nails are full of distress inks now. They're filthy. And all I'm going to do is line that up, left and right. And then this right here, this little divot where it dips down, I'm going to line that with the top of my magnetic bookmark tab, so it's pretty even on here and then as well here. All right, and then once that side is adhered, the other one will definitely be straight. Oh, got some glue on there, got glue everywhere. So then I'm just going to add glue to the back of this side now and then close it. And that will give me a perfectly positioned whale tail, magnetized. Okay, then we're going to bring in the labels. So I'm going to show you first, and then I'm going to do, all the other ones. And I'll just speed through that process. But I'll leave it on here so that in case you want to kind of look at how I did mine and what I matched up where, then you have that for inspiration. Okay, so one label on that side. Again, I'm making sure that when I'm flipping, especially because these have the two, or although some of them I'm going to cover with the stickers, but that the text is right side up, right? So right side up, and then adding glue to this. This one I'm mix and matching paper panels as well as labels. I think the other ones I might just kind of keep them uniform, just because it's easier. It's quicker, you know, to do it that way. And then we're going to add some of these and some of our cute ephemera, and we will be ready to finish up the project. But now you can see how it was put together and how the magnet is hidden in there, okay? Now that I am happy with my placement, it is time to adhere our stickers. Now, I struggle a lot nowadays with fine motor skills, so it's hard for me to remove the backing off of my stickers. If you're in the same boat, all you need to do is grab 2 pieces of tape, as you see me do here, just Scotch regular tape, any brand will do, and you stick 1 piece to the front, 1 piece to the back of your sticker, and you pull apart. And do it slowly. That's going to bring the backing off of your stickers, and then you simply remove, of course, the Scotch tape, the clear tape, off and adhere your sticker. So that is a great tip if you struggle with removing backings off of your stickers. Okay, and we are done. They are all done on both sides. Super quick, super cute. So easy to do with minimal supplies, just some scraps, some stickers. Oh, there were 40 in the box, by the way. And yeah, that was it. And some magnets, which is optional, right? But now I've got a 12 by 12. We can simply, and again, super easy to open, because you guys know I struggle with my hands, but since they're magnetized, they just open up. Super easy to be able to clamp on there. And again, they're stuck. They're not going anywhere. And we have, and I did all kinds of different colors so you guys can get an idea, because maybe, you know, you want a different color scheme than what I've got. Or maybe you can do a variety like I did with your scraps, and then that way, you know, you'll have one for whatever journal or page you're working on. And of course, you can also add them to your books. And again, they're super gentle, the magnets, so it's not like you have to worry about them destroying your pages or adding way too much bulk, but we can make our pages super pretty and create tabs in our books wherever we need them. And now, mind you, I did them all horizontal, but you could also make them vertical as well. So they don't have to be, you know, orientation specific for you to be able to flip to whatever page you like. You could also put some at the top as well. And again, just make sure your images are going in that direction. But we could have added some at the, oh, I grabbed too many pages. And you can see that even with grabbing a stack of pages, they're still holding on super tight. So it's nice to have those magnets there as well. I'm grabbing like 8 pages at a time. But now we have our book as well, tabbed, and it looks so pretty, right? There you go. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you will try them, and if you do, please do let us know in the comments down below. And also let us know if you enjoyed this format. If you are new to the channel, please do make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that you ring the bell, because we typically bring you videos at least once a week, sometimes a couple of videos a week. So always a fun way to get some inspiration. Feel free to peruse throughout the channel as well. There are lots of great tutorials for all kinds of crafting. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will hope to see you all back very, very soon. Bye!